This is the television game in which daring determines the fate of the player. This is the game of strategy, luck, and knowledge. This is Bullseye. And here's your host, Pink Plot Jack.
And welcome back again. We have an amazing game set up for you all. Of course, hosting and helping me out today is Blanky or Sam. Now, to one side of me, we have someone you might know by now, Ralphie. He's a commoner, someone you see a lot in these games.
Hello!
You ready, Ralphie?
You bet. Let's rock and roll.
And facing him on the other side of me is Noah.
Hello.
All right, and now let's show the categories.
Categories for this
And the
game
first-
are Animation Domination, Pizza Robots, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and that one got glitched. Let me go fix that real quick. Okay,
All right,
trying again. Categories for this game are as follows: Animation Domination, Pizza Robots, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Indie Horror, Look to Your Right, Bop It Rift, Toys and Games, Mystery History, and At the Movies. Window 3, no categories. Just numbers.
All right. And we go to Ralphie for control.
Let's get it on. And here we go.
First option, Pizza Robots, 400. Second, At the Movies, 100. Contra Duration, 2.
Let's go with Pizza Robots to kick us off.
All right. Pizza Robots is, of course, a category about animatronics and animatronic attractions, both real and fiction. And now, let's start with one that sort of crosses over into a few categories here. Why exactly did Mr. Scott Cawthon make Five Nights at Freddy's? True or false? Scott Cawthon made Five Nights at Freddy's as a response to people saying that his Chipper & Sons game reminded them too much of Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
Well, believe it or not, that has to be true.
That is correct.
Nice.
And your next question, and the last of this contract, will be: in the original Five Nights at Freddy's, if you go to Cam 3B, which is the parts and service room, what do you have a slim chance of seeing? Is it A, all the heads and the endoskeletons on the table looking at you? B, an odd dog animatronic standing there in the doorway? Or C, everything in the room is gone?
I have to go with A.
That is correct. Now,
Yes!
would you like to bank and give control to Noah, or would you like to keep going?
Bank it.
He's banking, giving control to, of course, Noah.
Misclick.
That's fine.
It's spinning.
Yeah. Stop.
First one, Animation Domination, 400. Second one, At the Movies, 300. Contra Duration, 4.
Animation Domination.
Animation Domination it is for 300. And Animation Domination is, of course, a category all about animation, be it for the television screen, or the movie screen, or even for the tiny screen you keep in your pocket. Now, Walt Disney said it all started with a mouse, but that actually isn't the truth. It actually started with a character before that. Was this character a horse, rabbit, or a dog?
Rabbit.
That is correct. Oz with Lucky Rabbit.
Yep, I was about to say.
Now, speaking of Disney, Disney has had a few movies that have aged sort of poorly. Which is the most infamous Disney animation? So much so that it is actually banned from being re-aired. Is it Prosper and Plenty, Song of the South, or Uncle Mickey Mouse and Uncle Tom?
Song of the South.
That is correct. Only two more to go, and the next one will divert a little away from Disney. Why was DreamWorks created? Is it A, because a snubbed former Disney exec wanted to create a competitor? B, a bunch of smaller studios came together? Or C, Steven Spielberg wanted his own animation studio?
Was it the second one?
A bunch of smaller ones coming together?
Yep.
Is unfortunately incorrect, giving Ralphie a chance to steal.
Okay.
So what are the options?
Hold on.
Your options for why DreamWorks was created was A, a snubbed former Disney exec wanted to create a competitor, or C, Steven Spielberg wanted his own animation company.
That's Spielberg.
I'm going to take a shot at this. A.
That is correct.
By the way, that was Spielberg, not Spielberg.
Yes, Spielberg, I apologize. Now, there is one more question left in this, and let's see here. Ah, yes, here we go. This one might be a tad odd, but I have actually asked this question before, so if you were paying attention, you might know the answer. Which real-life railway company actually appeared in the animated Bolt movie? Norfolk Southern, CSX, or Union Pacific?
Union Pacific.
That is unfortunately incorrect, which means Noah has a chance to steal back that money.
What are the other options, Jack?
The other options for which real-life movie appeared in Bolt are Norfolk Southern, not Norfolk and Southern, and CSX.
CSX?
That is correct. Would you like to bank and move control back over to Ralphie? Or keep
I'm
going?
gonna beg.
Banks. Which gives control, of course, back over to Ralphie.
All right, let's see how this goes. Stop it.
First option, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, 400. Second option, History, 100. Concentration, 2.
You know what? Let's go with planes, trains, and automobiles.
All right, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's a very easy to understand category. It's about planes, trains, cars, and other modes of transportation. Now, here's a rather odd one. True or false? Honda does not refer to itself as a car company. It refers to itself as a motor company.
Wait, can you repeat that question, please?
Honda does not refer to itself as a car company. It refers to itself as a motor company. True or false?
True.
That is correct. And here is your final question of this contract. Due to a very, well, famous or infamous anime, what old Toyota car is actually so sought after that it is worth more than some new cars? Is it a kind of Corolla, a kind of Camry, or a kind of 4Runner?
Well, I'm going to take a guess. I say A.
Corolla?
Yes.
That is correct. Would you like to bank and move control over to Noah, or continue to go?
Bank it.
All right, which moves control, of course, back over to Noah. First option, Indie Horror, 400. Second option, Bobby Rift, 100. Concentration, 1.
What penalized you for that, Noah, because you did not let it go for like 4 seconds. That's against the Sandlock insurance policy, but I'll let it slide.
Okay. Okay, wasn't paying attention. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Bop it, Riff, please.
Bop It Rift. Of course, Bop It Rift. The Bop It Rift category is about things that happen here in this Discord server. It could be inside jokes, it could be certain happenings, or what have you. However, here is one that should actually be rather simple. If someone has an incident in which they have proven to be poor in timing or just have poor timing, do we call it a Big C moment, a Noah moment, or a Polo moment?
I don't know why you included me in this, but I'm just going to say Polo moment just to be right.
I just had to pick a name, and that is correct. Now, would you like to bank and move control back over to Ralphie, or keep going?
I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to now do the Sandlock speed run moment again.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're clear. First option, planes, trains, automobiles, 200. Second option, at the movies, 100. Concentration, 4.
At the movies, 100.
At the movies. At the movies is, of course, a category about various movies or even theater experiences.
Oh boy.
And this one is actually going to be a rather odd question. True or false? A Florida man was once caught bringing a live alligator into a movie theater.
Is it true?
That is actually true.
What?
It's Florida. What do you expect?
Are you...
All
Wow.
right. Now, this one might actually be a bit of an oddity. Which of these is actually the most expensive at a movie theater concession stand? Is it the soda, candy, or the popcorn?
Is it the popcorn?
That is correct. It's dang near $15 for a small bucket in some places. All right. Now, let's see here. Yes. This one is going to be interesting. True or false? Various animations used to be shown before and between movies at actual movie theaters.
Was it true?
This is true. And your last question. Yes. Yes. Your last question is going to be very simple. Just have to make sure.
Warhammer 2000 is the winner.
Goodness gracious. Google. Yes. Adjusted for inflation, what is the highest grossing movie of all time? Gone with the Wind, Titanic, or Avengers Endgame?
Titanic?
That is actually incorrect, giving Ralphie a chance to steal.
And
It has to be Avengers. It has to be.
That is also incorrect.
It's Gone with the
Adjusting for inflation, it is actually Gone with the Wind, which means Noah gets another question and a chance to get that money back. Yes, here we go. True or false? The Disney animated movie Oliver and Company came out on the same weekend as the original Land Before Time.
Is this a true or false?
Yes, it's true or false.
Oh gosh. Is it true?
That is correct.
Oh.
Would you like to bank the money and move control over, or keep going?
You know what? To keep myself safe, I'm gonna keep going, hopefully for a win.
Oh, goodness gracious. You're playing it risky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're good.
Stop.
First option, animation donation 200. Second option, at the movies 100. Contract duration 2.
No, sorry. No. Scratch that. Animation domination.
Animation domination. We're
I
going
was gonna
back
go
in the
with
world.
movies, but it was less money, so I might as well go for the other.
I'm pretty sure either of these wins you the game. All right, but just note, either of these could also win Ralphie the game. You're in that sort of situation. But of course, animation domination, we're going back to the moving pictures. Yes. Here's one. True or false? A lot of Aardman's headquarters was actually destroyed by a fire.
False.
That is actually true.
Oh!
We go over to Ralphie for a chance to steal, and his question will also be related to Aardman. True or false? Aardman Animations used to make commercials.
That is so. I think it's true.
That is correct. There is one more. If Ralphie gets this, he's basically won the game. And here is your question. True or
Here
false?
we go.
True or false? There is meant to be an upcoming Wallace and Gromit movie next year.
False.
That is incorrect, giving Noah a chance to steal for the win. And we're going to keep it to Aardman. True or false? The voice actor for Wallace that we have now is the original voice actor.
Is it true?
That is incorrect.
What?
He actually passed away and was replaced several times. Okay. True or false? The Simpsons has made an entire episode that was an homage to Aardman Animations.
True.
That is correct. Giving Ralphie the 2,000 and the victory. Thanks for going out, Noah. You can come back some other day and try again.
All right.
Of course, this means Ralphie goes on to Bullseye Blitz.
Bullseye Rush.
Awesome.
Bullseye Rush.
Oh yes, Bullseye Rush. Now, I'm pretty sure you know the answer, how to play this. You have 3 things here. Avoid the lightning bolt. Try to get up to, I believe it was 1,000. You can lock bullseyes as they come. 3 bullseyes, or you reach the money amount and you win. Hit the lightning bolt, and the game is over.
All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Stop.
300. 200. 300. 800.
800.
Would you like to
All
halt
right.
here or keep going?
Let's keep going.
He is continuing.
All right, let's see how this goes. All right, stop it.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
800. 400. Would you like to lock that first and lock that bullseye?
Lock on that bullseye.
It's locking number 1. And I take it you'd like to go again. Let's go.
All right, hit it.
Bullseye. 300.
Lock
second
on
bullseye?
that bullseye number 2. Right away.
All right. If one of those is the lightning bolt, you are safe.
All right, here we go. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Stop.
And it's 300.
Woohoo! Good golly, Miss Molly, that was
Now
close.
you
But at
have to
least
survive 6 more spins. If you can survive
let's-
the lightning bolt or hit the money in that 6 spins or the bullseye, you're good.
All right, let's keep it going then. All right, so far so good. Stop.
It's 300.
5 more to go. All
You're
right.
halfway.
Whew, so more so good. Let's keep this going. Hit it. All right. Now ice it.
It's 300 again.
Holy cow.
Is that you,
4
Mark?
more spins.
4 more.
You're
Let's
on
go.
spin. All right,
Yep,
this is number
let's keep
7.
going. Okay. Stop.
And it's 200.
All
2
right.
more spins to go. If you manage to survive those or get that last bullseye, you win.
The Santa Claus.
All right, let's keep it going, please.
That bullseye's got to be in
All
here
right.
somewhere.
It has to be. It gotta be. Stop it.
And it's 200. You only have 2
Oh my
spins
goodness.
left.
All right, dude, let's keep it rolling. Hit it. Okay. Okay, here goes. Stop.
Is it gonna be the bullseye? It is!
You win!
Oh, baby!
That was a hard-fought victory right there. I was sure you would just survive, but you have thrived.
Oh yeah. You betcha think I did. Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Now, of course, that means you have won. You have won, and you are, I believe, champion for this.
Now here's the question: do you want to keep going, or do you want to end the game here?
What'd you have in mind before I made my decision?
Well, it doesn't matter to me. But where did you? Well, I don't care who comes up. But where did you think the lightning was?
Either 1 or 2 has to have the lightning bolt on it.
Let's see.
Nope.
Ah, you were playing with fire with that third one.
So the third one had the lightning bolt? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
you could have lost at any time, but you managed.
Crap.
Okay, we'll be back with the second game of the night right after this. Back to you, Jack.
And welcome back to Bullseye. This is our second game of the evening. And as you know, Ralphie won our first game in quite the upset. And facing him is a new player, Blake.
Yep.
Think you got what it takes to dethrone Ralphie and take the win for yourself?
Okay, I made it back. What happened?
Blake,
Yes.
you ready?
Yep.
All right, you didn't miss anything, Ralphie. We go to you for control. But before, we gotta show the categories. Never mind.
Same ones as last time.
Yes, indeed. Just say one, Ralphie.
Oh. You want me to stop? Oh yeah, stop.
Animation domination, 300. Oh, it's 300. 1 for the contract duration.
Animation domination. Let's rock and roll.
Animation domination, of course, for new players or those who have skipped to this point, is, of course, a category all about animation for whatever screen it is you're watching on. And since this is the first question of the second game, we'll keep it a bit more simple. True or false? Goofy's original name is Dippy Dog.
That is 100% true.
That is correct. Would you like to bank the 300 and pass control over, or keep going?
Let's raise the stakes high. Let's bank it. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Bank it.
Is banking, pass control over to Blake. Animation domination, 400. History, 300. Concentration, 3.
Domination, animation domination.
Animation domination, as of course, as you heard, this is all about cartoons, animated movies, and what have you. All right. Now, true or false? Family Guy has actually crossed over with The Simpsons.
That's false.
It is actually true,
Dang it.
meaning Ralphie gets a chance to steal. And Ralphie, here is your question.
Let's go.
True or false? Simba is named Simba because it is the Swahili word for lion.
That is 100% true.
That is correct.
Yeah, I watched The Lion King. What'd you expect?
Okay, and here is your next question, which is also going to be about Disney. Who was the original voice of Mickey Mouse? Was it Walt Disney himself, Pinto Colvig, or someone's name who has unfortunately been lost to history?
Walt Disney himself.
That is also correct. And here is the last question of this contract. True or false? In the original form of the 1933 The Three Little Pigs animation, the wolf's disguise was actually labeled as anti-Semitic and had to be changed.
It has to be false.
That's actually true, meaning Blake has the chance to steal. Okay, Blake, here is your question. True or false? The Canadians actually recycled animation from the Three Little Pigs for a war bonds advertisement.
True.
That is true. Would you like to bank the 1,200 and move control over to Ralphie, or would you like to keep going?
Bank it.
He's banking. Moving control back over to Ralphie.
Well, let's see how this goes. Well, let's see how this goes anyway, regardless. Stop.
Pizza Robots, 200. Poison Games, 100. Concentration, 1.
You know what? Let's do some pizza robots.
Pizza Robots is, of course, about animatronics, animatronic bands, or animatronic attractions, both real and fiction. And here is your question. True or false? The YouTuber Creeps McPasta was actually the first to create a functional Freddy Fazbear animatronic.
That has to be true.
That is correct. Would you like to bank the 200 and move control over, or keep going?
Bank it, please.
He's banking, moving control back over to Blake. Pizza Robots, 400. Missile Games. 1. Concentration. 2.
Pizza robots.
Pizza robots again. Second verse, same as the first. Now, let's actually take you back to a movie that sort of surprised me when I first saw it. But, true or false? During the taping of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the Bonnie animatronic actually caught fire.
That's true.
That is actually false. It was Foxy that caught fire, giving Ralphie the chance
Blake.
to.
What?
Carrot cake.
Okay, Ralphie, here is your question. There have been a Five Nights at Freddy's chain of Hot Wheels cars.
And
True or
that's a true or
false?
false That's a true or
Yes.
false question, right?
Yes, Five Nights at Freddy's Hot Wheels cars exist. True or false?
I think that's false.
That is correct. There has not been one yet. And here is your last question and a chance to hopefully catch up to Blake and make this more of a tied game. Your last question. During the filming of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, animatronics were actually found to be so hard to work with that the suited actors were used more commonly. True or false?
True.
That is correct.
Yes.
Would you like to bank the 800 and move control back over, or keep going?
Bank it.
Okay. It makes it more of a tied game and moves control over to Blake.
And stop.
Speed running.
I said stop.
Like he said, stop. These are robots, 400. At the movies, 300. Concentration, 5.
In the case of speedrunning and Bullseye, it's a 5-second penalty, which means the wheels will not stop until 5 seconds after he says it.
Yes.
I'm gonna take pizza robots again and see what I can say.
Okay, we got pizza robots again. True or false? Let me just look up his name to make sure I'm saying it correctly.
Brad, clean that room. I don't care.
Yes. All right. True or false? There is actually a surviving Krusty the Cat animatronic.
That's true.
That is correct. Your next question. At the Chuck E. Cheese headquarters, there was an entire set of the original portrait bots. But true or false?
That's
Those
true.
were... No, that's not the question. True or false? Those portrait bots were actually irreversibly damaged in a flood.
That's false.
That's actually true.
Dang it.
They managed to replace them with spares they had, but the originals are unfortunately gone. Meaning Ralphie gets a chance to steal here. And your question is kind of simple. True or... I see we're tuning into another exciting episode of Keeping Up with the Ralphies.
Sorry.
All right.
Now, what
and
you were saying?
Here is your question. True or false? Chica actually gave Scott Cawthon nightmares.
That actually had to be true.
It's false. It was Bonnie. Moving it back
crap.
over to Blake.
That's your first strike. 2 more, and the contract is void.
All right. And Blake, here
All right.
is your question. During the testing of the original Help Wanted game, Scott Cawthon actually broke a VR headset due to a jump scare. True or false?
That's true.
That is correct. That is true. He got jump scared by, ironically enough, Bonnie and threw the headset very hard, breaking it. All right. Let's see here. Yes, here's one. In Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, Foxy, not just a part of him, but a full glamrock animatronic Foxy, is actually physically seen. True or false?
Is it true?
Actually false. Moving control back over to Ralphie. All right. Ralphie, here is your question. In the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach DLC, known as Ruin, you can actually see a physical form for the lost Glamrock Bonnie animatronic.
And that's a true or false question?
Indeed, that is true or false.
All right, let's see how this goes. Is it false?
It's actually true.
Damn.
One more, and this is null and void, and I gotta think of something else, and we gotta re-roll and all that. Okay, Blake.
All right.
Here is your question. In Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin, it is actually possible to repair Roxanne. True or false?
Is it true?
It's actually false.
No.
We move back over to Ralphie. Oh, God. Okay. Ralphie. True or false? In Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, the voice actor for Glamrock Freddy is the same voice actor for Funtime Freddy from Sister Location. True or false?
False.
It's true. It's Kellen Goff. This contract is null and void. Blake, it's your go.
Stop.
It's robots, 200. Oh, God. At the movies, 300. Contract duration, 2.
Okay. Let's see. Since Pizza Robot seems to be pretty easy. Let's do it. Pizza Robots.
Pizza Robots again. Oh, how you torture me. Okay. Let's see here. Yes. Here we go. Security Breach wasn't the first game to actually not have a version of Foxy in the main game, like in this same game series. Which of these games was actually the first to not have a form of Foxy? Is it Five Nights at Freddy's 3? Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location? Or Those Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
That is actually incorrect, as there is a Phantom Foxy, giving Ralphie a chance to steal. Which of these games did not have a version of Foxy? Is it Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location or Those Nights at Freddy's?
I'm taking Sister Location.
That is unfortunately also incorrect. Funtime Foxy.
Oh, you
All
gotta be
right,
kidding me.
Blake. Let's
Yep.
see here. Yes. Your question. True or false? In Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night, grabbing Rockstar Foxy's bird is always a positive.
Is that false?
That is actually false. That is correct. If you actually grab it willy-nilly, he can actually attack you. All right, Blake. If you manage to do this, you close out the contract and win the game. All right. Here is the final question of Pizza Robots, and quite possibly the final question of the game. True or false? Content creator and streamer IShowSpeed had a embarrassing wardrobe malfunction due to Funtime Foxy. True or false?
Is that true?
It's actually false. It was Toy Chica. I show meat. Ralphie, this is your chance to win the game here and make yourself 2 for 2. And here is your question. True or false? Entering in the original Five Nights at Freddy's, the code 1987 in Custom Night would give you a Golden Freddy jump scare and crash the game.
False.
That's actually true! Moving back to Blake. Okay, Blake, here is your question.
I'll take this one. I'll take this one. You're running out of material. I got this one.
Okay, thank you.
Blake, true or false? The restaurant, formerly known as Gigglebees, didn't have an animatronic band, but actually had animatronics that would bring the food to you.
Is that true?
And that's it. Blake has won in a massive upset. Thanks for stopping by, Ralphie. You're free to come back anytime and try again. And he's gone.
I'm still here.
Hey, Blake,
What?
Bullseye Rush.
Won.
I win.
You won. It's time for Bullseye Rush. I'm certain you know how this goes. Try to find the 3 bullseyes.
If I get a lightning, it's all gone.
Try to get 3 bullseyes, make it to the money amount, or survive 10 spins, and you win. Hit the lightning, you're done.
Ah.
Yeah. 200. 300. 100.
I'm gonna go again.
Bullseye. 100. Bullseye!
I'm gonna lock those 2.
Locking the bullseyes. If the lightning was behind either of those, you're safe. It is 200.
Alright, let's go. Stop!
It is 100.
Let's go! Come on. Stop.
It is 200. 5 more spins.
And let's go, let's go. Do it. And stop!
And it's bullseye! That's it.
Woo! Let's do it! We did it!
With 4 spins remaining, and there's the lightning in the first one. The second you hit those 2 bullseyes, you were safe.
Perfect.
We will be back with the final game of the night right after this.
And welcome back to our third and final game of the night. Oh, it seems we have the scores from last time still on the board. I'm sure those will clear themselves. And there they go. And of course, we have last round's winner, Blake, here to my right. And facing him for our third and final round of the day, we have a newcomer, Dylan. Good to have you. You think you can beat Blake and become the next champion?
I hope so.
And here are your categories: Animation Domination, Pop-It Rift, Pizza Robots, Toys and Games, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, and Mystery History, Indie Horror, and At the Movies. And of course, since Blake won the last game, he gets control first. And you have Animation Domination, 100. Mystery History, 100. Contract duration of 1.
Let's do history.
Mystery History for 100. Of course, Mystery History is about just random historical events. Just stuff you might have heard in school at one point if you paid attention for at least 5 minutes in history class. Now, let's make this simple, since it's only a $100 question, and it's the first spin. On what date did the RMS Titanic hit the iceberg? April 13th, 1912, April 14th, 1912, or April 15th, 1912?
April 15th, 1912.
That is actually incorrect, giving Dylan a chance to steal.
Okay.
You need me to go over the options again.
Yes.
Your other options for the date the Titanic hit the iceberg are the 13th of April and the 14th of April.
If you really want to give one more,
God. I'm going to guess 14th of April.
Is actually correct.
Oh, wow.
Would you like to bank the 100 and move control back over, or keep going?
I'm going to bank it, actually.
He's banking. Moving control back over. Blake, whenever you're ready. And we have Indie Horror, 300. At the Movies, 400. Contract duration of 2.
Indie horror.
Indie Horror is, of course, about independently created horror games. Either the ones you can buy on Steam, find at NDDB, or what have you. Let's see here. Yes. True or false? The first chapter of the Bendy and the Ink Machine game, in its original form, that has not been updated, is actually still available for free. True or false?
True.
Correct. You can actually find an unupdated copy of the original chapter somewhere online. Just make sure you virus scan it before you download it. Alright, and here is your second and final question of the contract. True or false? Shocking everybody, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was released within a year of the original Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is that true?
That is correct. Bank the 600 to move control over, or keep going.
Bank it.
And that, of course, moves control back over to Dylan.
Stop.
We have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Mystery History, contract duration of 1.
Okay. We'll go with planes, trains, and automobiles.
All right, and this category is, of course, about planes, trains, cars, and other modes of transportation. And here we go. Yes, here we go. True or false? The Flying Scotsman, the British steam locomotive, has actually been around the world.
I'm gonna say false.
It's actually true. That's one of the reasons it was famous. Blake gets a chance to steal. And your question is true or false? Flying Scotsman actually appears multiple times throughout Thomas the Tank Engine.
Is it me?
That's you, Blake.
Is it true?
That is correct. Would you like to bank the 200 or keep going?
Bank it.
And the control moves back over to Dylan. Has quite the gap to make up.
Okay. Stop.
Your option. Indy Horror for 400. History for 200. Contact duration of 2.
Okay.
Where
Mystery
are the
history,
bullseyes?
200.
We haven't seen one the entire session.
Mystery
No
history
idea.
for 200.
History for 200. Of course, you know this by now. This is just random historical events. Now, of course, we know now, looking back, that the First World War was caused by a lot of European problems, basically making a gigantic powder keg just waiting to be ignited. However, what finally lit that fuse and caused the Great War or World War I to come about? Was it the sinking of the HMHS Britannic, the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, or the bombing of a train in Germany?
What were the answers again?
Hold on, just I gotta get something right quick here. Okay. All right, let me get back to you here. You want the options again?
Yes.
The options were for what lit the powder keg and caused the First World War, the sinking of the HMHS Britannic, the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, or the bombing of an important train in Germany.
Man, I don't really know any about it. It's a guess. Um, Sinking of the HMHS Britannic, whatever
That
that
is incorrect, giving Blake a chance to steal.
Ooh. Let's see.
All right, Blake, your remaining options are the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, or the bombing of a very important train in Germany.
Is it the bombing of a very important train in Germany?
That is also incorrect. Moving it back over to Dylan for another question. In what year did the United States join the Second World War? 1940, 1941, or 1942?
It's just a guess again. 1941.
That is correct.
Huh. Okay.
And here is your last question. If you manage to do this, you'll at least make up some of that deficit. Okay. True or false? Well, Disney actually made several propaganda pieces during the Second World War.
I'm gonna guess that's false.
It's actually true. You can find most of them online, which moves back over to Blake for a chance to steal. If you answer wrong one more time, this contract's null and void. And Blake, here is your question. True or false? Yes. True or false? There were aircraft carriers at Pearl Harbor during the attack.
I would say that that's true.
That's actually false.
No.
Japan wanted to bomb our carriers, but they weren't there. All right, Dylan, this is your last chance. If you or Blake mess this up, then we gotta spin again. All right. Okay. Here's one. True or false? Prohibition created NASCAR.
Let me guess false.
That's actually true. Prohibition caused rum running, which in turn caused NASCAR later on. Okay, Blake, this is your final chance. If you don't get this, this contract is null and void.
Alrighty.
Yes, here we go. The combined efforts of NATO basically flattened the fourth most powerful military in the world within 48 hours. True or false?
Is that true?
Someone actually got it. That is indeed true. NATO flattened Iraq in 43 hours. Would you like to bank that 400?
I'll bank the 400.
All right, Dylan, you have quite the deficit to make up. Let's hope for a lucrative contract with a long duration.
Stop.
History. Contract duration of 4.
Oh. We'll go planes, trades, and automobiles.
All right. Your first question. Is it true or false? True or false? After years of searching, you have finally found Amelia Earhart's lost aircraft.
I'm gonna guess false.
That is correct. We're still looking. Yes, here we go. True or false? A horrifying crash at the 1955 Le Mans race actually caused motorsports to be banned in Europe for some time.
I'm gonna guess true.
That is correct. And speaking of Le Mans, true or false? A NASCAR stock car doing an event at Le Mans actually blew the doors off of every other contestant there.
False.
That's actually true. Giving Blake a chance to steal and possibly a chance to win. All right. True or false? Henry Ford actually created his own country for people to get rubber for his tires for the Ford Model Ts.
Is this one for me?
Yes.
I don't think that's true at all. It's false.
That was actually true.
Dang it.
You can find it somewhere in the Congo, I believe. Moving back over to Dylan. All right. Yes. True or false? Due to a cartoon, Corolla from the 80s is worth more than some new cars.
I'll say that's true.
That is actually correct. You got it.
Yeah, you did.
Just give him a minute.
I'm sorry, I zoned out.
He got that one correct, by the way. Dylan got that one correct.
Oh,
And
right.
here, but yes, that Toyota AE86, due to initial D, is worth more than some new cars. All right. And this one's going to be a bit difficult, but it's going to be a true or false question. True or false? Mitsubishi is still in the World Rally Association.
That's a toughie. I'm gonna say false.
That is correct.
Oh wow.
They dropped out after the Evo X.
Oh wow.
Which, thank you.
You got it?
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, he got it.
All right, then. You know the drill, Dylan.
Now, would you like to bank the 800 and move control back over, or keep going?
I'm gonna bank.
Banking. Like it's you. Planes and automobiles 400. Bumper Rift 300. Contract duration of 2.
Pop it, Rift.
Bop It Rift is for just random happenings here in the server.
I've got
It could
this
be-
one.
Okay.
Okay, tell me, what's Riley's catchphrase whenever she enters a VC, Blake?
Is it carrot cake?
Yep. Now, what happens usually when we play Press Your Luck? Who is the most fortunate person? Sam Locke, Ken, or Jack?
Kenneth!
I was about to say, in no way you think of me as fortunate in that game.
And let's bank those points.
Of course, moves control. Back over to Dylan. With quite the deficit, but he might make it up here.
Stop.
We have Animation Domination. Poison Games. Concentration of 5. This could be big.
Let's go. Toys and games.
If I was about to say, if you got Animation Domination and won them all, you would actually be ahead of Blake. But all right, Toys and Games it is. Toys and Games is, of course, about toys and games. And here is your first one. True or false? The beloved foam-flinging blaster brand, known as Nerf, actually started back in the 80s with a foam ball. True or false?
I'm gonna say true.
That's correct. Our next question. Who was the original people behind Nerf? Kenner or Hasbro?
Hasbro.
It is actually incorrect. It was Kenner. It was later bought by Hasbro. Blake, here is your question. Now, if you get these, that's basically an automatic win. So, true or false? Mattel makes the Monster Jam truck toys.
True.
That's actually false. They lost the license a couple years ago. All right, Blake. Here you go. I mean, sorry, Dylan. It's been a long day. I apologize.
Okay.
But, true or false? Nerf actually had an entire line that was trying to aim at girls.
I'm gonna say false.
It's actually true. It was the Nerf Revell line, moving the control back over to Blake.
Really?
All right. Let's see here. True or false, Blake? Nerf actually used to have an actual sports league.
Yeah, true.
That is correct. It was Nerf Dart Tag. All right, Blake, here you go. Your next question. Nerf has actually made, in their Icon series, an exact replica of the Ghostbusters Proton Pack. True or false?
True.
It's actually false.
Dang it.
Moving control over to Dylan. And speaking of icons, true or false? Nerf has made an exact replica of the gun from Aliens, the Icon series.
I'm gonna say false.
It's actually true. Is one of the big pulls to the Icon series originally, that Aliens blaster.
That's 2 strikes.
All right, which means one more go around, and that's it.
Yeah.
All right, Blake, here is your question. Let's see, trying to look around for idea. Yes. Okay. True or false? Lego has stated that they will never do a set based on a military vehicle.
That's false.
They actually have stated that they will not do it, which is why they canceled the V-22 Osprey, which means Dylan gets another chance. This is the last one. If you two don't get this contract is null and void. Yes, okay. Speaking of Lego, true or false? Lego was actually created off of a stolen design.
I'm gonna say false.
Actually, that's true. The creator of Lego actually saw it at a toy fair and got so excited that he cloned them and made them himself. Dylan, you get to spin again. We have Animation Domination 100. Bob McGriff 400. Contract duration of 2.
Well, I don't know much about Papa Roach, so let's go animation domination.
Speak up.
Animation domination.
All right, Animation Domination it is. All right. Yes, here we go. True or false? In the recent DuckTales reboot, the Tailspin characters of Kit Cloudkicker and Don Carnage make their return.
I'm gonna say false.
It's actually true. I was really excited for that when it happened. Okay, Blake, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait
Sounds like
until
it.
he moves it over to you.
Yeah.
All right, Blake, here is your question. Actually, no, that's more Disney. Sorry. Let me just think of something. Yes, right here. True or false? Mickey actually had a best friend before Goofy that was not Donald.
I would say that that's true.
That is actually correct. His name was Hortus Horsecollar. All right, and this could be it. This could be the win for you, Blake.
I guess.
All right, here is your question. Yes, here we go. Here's your question. True or false? In the animated Disney movie Bolt, one of my personal favorites, The actual railroad company, Union Pacific, shows up. True or false?
Is it true?
That's actually false. It was CSX. All right, Dylan, you actually have a chance here. Here you go. Here is your question. In the 1995 Disney animated movie, A Goofy Movie, in Max's room, an actual Mickey Mouse phone is available. One that you can actually go out and buy.
True.
That is correct. Would you like to bank the 400 and move control over to Blake, or keep going?
Actually, I'm gonna keep going.
He's risking it.
Stop.
It's robots. 300. Mystery horror. 3.
Let's go with pizza robots for 300.
Pizza robots, of course, for animatronics, animatronic bands, and animatronic attractions, both fiction and non-fiction. So, here is your first question.
I can
For
handle this
the
one if you want.
Well, I got a few in mind. For the original Five Nights at Freddy's, Foxy was such a favorite character that it was actually memed about.
I'm gonna say false.
Actually, Foxy was so much the favorite that people actually made jokes about it, so that is incorrect. Moving over to Blake. All right, Blake. Okay. Here is your question, Blake. True, false? Five Nights at Freddy's has actually sponsored a NASCAR car.
False.
That's correct. Yeah. All right. Here is your next question. There was actually a line of semi-functional animatronic toys of the FNAF cast that you could get. True or false?
Is that true?
That is correct. They actually would just angle their eyebrows in, look angry, and open the mouth, but still, that's animatronic.
This is the final question of the game, and this is a game breaker. Whoever gets this wins.
Indeedly do it is. Whoever gets this question wins the game, and this is the last game we're doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's make it count, shall we?
Let's make this the easiest.
Cam 3B in the original Five Nights at Freddy's. If you go there, you would actually have a rare chance of witnessing what? The endoskeleton and all the empty heads on the racks looking at you. An odd dog animatronic in the doorway. Or every item in the room is gone.
Every item in the room is gone.
That is incorrect, giving Dylan a chance to steal. All right, Dylan, do you need the options again?
Yes.
Now, if you go to Cam 3B in the original FNAF, which of these two things might happen? The endoskeleton on the table and all the empty heads on the racks are looking at you, or you will see an odd dog animatronic in the doorway.
I'll go with the endoskeleton option.
Dylan?
What?
You win! That was a hard-fought game. Thought Blake had.
Made it through.
Now you get to go on to Bullseye Rush.
Good game, Blake.
And of course, let's explain Bullseye Rush to those who don't know it. Here you have your 3 spaces. Your duty is to get one of 3 goals. Either you can get 3 bullseyes, you can survive 10 spins, or you can make it to a money limit. However, if a lightning bolt comes up in any of those three, the game is over.
There is no money limit.
Oh, so
That's
it's
that's
just
that's
10.
Joker.
It's either survive
Yes.
10 spins or
Survive 10 spins or get 3 bullseyes. Say what?
Stop.
That is 100. 300. 100. Now you can stop here or you can keep going.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. 300. 100. Bullseye! Now, that bullseye in that third spot, you can actually lock that, and that will remain there.
Okay, I will lock it, yeah.
Locking number 3. All right. You're going again. Let's go.
Stop.
We have Bullseye! 300. Would you like to lock that second bullseye?
Yes, lock it in.
Locking number 1. All right, let's go again.
Stop.
We have 200. Now you have to survive 6 more spins or get that third bullseye.
Let's keep going. Keep going.
All right.
I feel confident. Stop.
Is it gonna be bullseye? Lightning! That is it. That is game over. Thank you for coming by, Dylan. We look forward to having you another day.
That sucks. Oh well. What can you do?
And that is it. I will allow TGR to roll us out.
Okay, thank you all so much for watching this next installment of Bullseye. If you guys like this, leave a comment, leave a like. We greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure you subscribe and make sure you never miss a video because we are going to be pumping these out a lot more. And until we do this again, this is TGR, also known as Mikey, hoping everything you do in life hits the bullseye. Good night.